Hi, this is Veronica, or Ronnie Gunther, and I am presenting my ELL study skill strategies. That's a tongue twister for me. So this past week we saw in our Ed puzzle and in our chapter that ELL learners benefit and succeed very well with visual learning, and so a lot of my strategies have to do with visualizing, drawing, being very hands-on, so that way they're not just relying or having to work with English words all the time because they don't necessarily know it, and so that gets confusing. So my first strategy is text reconstruction, and basically what it is the teacher takes a paragraph of information that they want them to know out of the textbook, out of a book that they're reading, and she divides the paragraph up into sentence strips, and then in groups, ELL students mixed with Gen Ed students, English-speaking students, they have to put together the paragraph in sentence order. So as you can see, the sentence numbers may not be in order, but when you put them all together, the paragraph is in order. And so I thought this was very, very beneficial because they're having to communicate and brainstorm with each other what they think makes sense, what sounds like it flows pretty well, and they're also talking about I didn't use it in this example, but in the description you talk about the ordering of events. They're also critically thinking about what events happened first, second, third, and stuff like that. So I think that this is a great interactive hands-on activity for them. The second strategy is just outlines of a unit. So basically when their students are taking notes, the ELL students will have a page or a packet, if needed, that is guided notes basically. So they're just filling in a blank, or they're drawing pictures, or they're just writing the vocabulary word, maybe a short response to what is going on in class. So it's not necessarily, they're not having to depend on writing everything down and remembering everything. They just have to focus on key words or key concepts, key pictures, and stuff like that to help get them through the notes, through the lesson, and it's easier for them to look back on. The third strategy is picture dictionary. And this I use for beginning level ELL students. So picture dictionary is kind of exactly how it sounds. I use this for a science unit, going over rules, procedures, equipment, all that kind of stuff. Basically they just create a little booklet out of printer paper, and they will draw a picture of what the item is. So for example, goggles or gloves, they'll write the word and then they'll write what it's used for. I wrote the definition, but you just write the use of it, so that way they can go back and know when they're supposed to wear it, why they're supposed to wear it, and stuff like that. And you can do this basically with any content area, but I thought science was a great example. And then the last strategy is just a basic bar graph. I think that the bar graphs are very useful also with science and experiments. So when they are getting older, I use this for 7th grade actually. They're starting to get into the experiments and start collecting data and all that kind of stuff. It might be hard for them to have to put the data into what I'm thinking, just like an Excel sheet, so they're just like side by side going down like lots of information. I think it would be easier for them to space it out, be able to really break down the data that they're collecting. So I think just a basic bar graph. You could also use a pie chart, any of that kind of stuff to help them like really see and visualize the differences between the boys and the girls, and then who likes breakfast, lunch, and dinner more, the least favorite meal and the most favorite meal, stuff like that. So yeah, these are my ELL study skills strategies, and I hope you enjoy.